joining.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I will.
Ma'am, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm just confirming that I have to speak about environmental conservation as career, prospects, and generally what one is supposed to do about it.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And Hemant will take us on the treat.
Yes. Visible?
Yes. These are all botany and zoology students?
Yes, they are from MSc Environmental Science, Botany and Zoology, third year.
Oh. Oh. Ma'am.
Hi, Himanshu sir. Shall we begin? Himanshu sir, shall we begin?
Hemant.
To me?
Hemant, she's asking, shall we begin?
Yo, she asking to me. I thought some.
Dr. Himanshu.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, unmute. 1 minute, just a minute.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hemant, you are tempting all of us to come there.
So good afternoon, everybody, and warm welcome to Hemant sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Sir, we'll begin. Himanshu sir.
Yes, madam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shall we?
please. You can
Yeah.
begin. Yes, please.
So very good afternoon, one and all present here. Respected guest speaker for today's afternoon, Shri Hemant Karkhanis sir, Director of Hindi Vidya Prachar Samiti and our former principal, pillar of the department, Dr. Usha Mukundan madam. My other colleagues from the Department of Botany, dear students of Botany, Biological Sciences and other disciplines of science, and everyone present in the room. It gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to this webinar on mangroves from an eye of a biologist, which is being organized by the Department of Botany and the DBT Star College activity of the department. Our guest speaker today is a person who has a lot of groundwork to what are known as the lifeguards of the Mumbai, the mangrove vegetations. He has seen these vegetations up close and therefore will be able to give us an insight as to how and why are these mangroves so very essential to be called as a lifeguards of the city of Mumbai. I extend a very warm welcome to sir and also thank him on behalf of all of us for giving his valuable time for being present here and delivering a talk, which we all are very eager to. However, I have a small request to our director, madam, to give a formal introduction of Hemant sir. Usually a small introduction for anyone who is new in the room goes a long way, because then he or she is able to identify with the personality the tremendous amount of work that he or she has put in and what exactly they can learn from the same. So I request Dr. Mukundan madam to give a brief introduction of our guest speaker today. Dr. Mukundan.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. We have with us today Mr. Hemant Karkhanis and Mr. Amar Deshpande, very fondly called by us, though Anmol Ratan, who are taking care of the vast mangrove vegetation which extends the coastline of Mumbai. But I would thank the visionary Godrej family that even though they have a vast area under them, they have taken care of this very beautiful mangrove vegetation. So welcome to Jhunjhunwala College, both Hemant and Amar Deshpande. I will just in very short way introduce our love for the mangroves and give a formal introduction of both of you. Jhunjhunwala College, entire plant physiology. In fact, it has been our wish to write a monograph on Mumbai mangroves, and I think sometime it will be fulfilled. Each one of us have worked on a different aspect, especially the ecophysiology of these very beautiful plants who survive extreme conditions, nurture a very good wetland ecosystem, and the moment you are traveling in the train, you have a beautiful greenery, which you can see attracting many migratory birds. So at the outset, I'm extremely thankful to these two youngsters who have dedicated their life not only for educating about this beautiful wetland ecosystem, but also taking their hobby, their liking as a profession. We have known both of them because whenever we have sought any permission, they have never said no. but in fact, they have accompanied us to many of these field trips and made it more meaningful. Hemant Karkhanis is working as Associate Manager in the Mangrove Department, Construction Business Unit of Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing Company Limited since 2007, that means as much as 14 years. He handles multiple roles as mangrove biodiversity expert, on-field instructor, mangrove security observer. He engaged in research projects in Godrej mangroves and has been guiding students in their BSc and MSc research. He has conducted thousands of educational programs on mangroves conservation in last 50 years. He organizes nature trails in different forests of Maharashtra for school and college students as well as for different NGOs. In fact, both of them are very good at photography and they are field people. Lakshmikant Deshpande is working with the Mangrove Department of Godrej and Boyce Manufacturing Company Limited. He is a perfect accompaniment and a company for Mr. Hemant Karkhanis. He is a very good field person. He's well trained in different ecological and environmental aspects. And he realizes that his passion of taking care of these wonderful plants will definitely safeguard the lifeline or life of Mumbaikars, which is almost, in fact, Mumbai is a small island which has grown at different dimensions. Lakshmikant is a person who does not speak much, but is more of action. He's very intelligent and, as I mentioned, is very conscious about environment, not only because he studied environmental science, but I think that he has practiced environmental science. So with this, I extend a very warm welcome to two gentlemen, Mr. Hemant Karkhanis and Mr. Lakshmikant Deshpande, to Junjunwala College. And I'm very sure this pandemic will quickly get over and we will be able to go to our next station, that is Vikhroli, and accompany both of them along with our excellent students are ever eager to come for field trips. So thank you very much for accepting our invitation and for being with us today. All our excursions or field trips, our colleagues are always there with us. So I thank all the members of Department of Botany and Zoology for being here today afternoon. So with these words, over to you, Mr. Hemant, for taking us on virtual. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this very good and brief introduction of both of us. And here I am starting my part. And here it is 2:19, 2:20. And I will try to finish my presentation not more than half an hour. Then Amar will start his session. Okay, so all what called as participants and students, teachers, welcome in Godrej Mangroves. Here we will start this virtual journey. And I will conduct this session in 90% English, then a bit Hindi and few words in Marathi for better understanding. So this is bird's eye view of this huge span of Godrej mangroves. And here at the top of this slide, you can see the color patch. This is nothing but not only Maharashtra's, India's, but Asia's largest creek. Yes, it is called as Thane Creek. And this Thane Creek provides nutritive value and other substances to mangroves for their growth. Now, people think that mangroves are very small plants. They are shrubs, they are bushes where we can throw our garbages, our waste and dump everything over there. But no, friends, these are not very small plants. These are huge trees. And you can feel exactly as you are in dense forest. So this is the photo is taken at 1 p.m. means during afternoon. But here underneath you can see the dense what called as vegetation of mangrove, and it is too dark. तो ऐसे ही मैंग्रोव होते हैं, छोटे छोटे नहीं होते. You can experience the actual feel of the forest trail. Now what are they? Basically, mangroves are the type of plants which grow in between land and water, mainly near sea. One thing means they are partially submerged underwater and partially they are in the air. During high tide, they are intertidal. So during high tide, lower portion of mangrove plants many times get submerged underwater for many hours. Then they have to cope with excess amount of salt. So they are salt tolerant. And as I told you just now, they grow in between high tide and low tide. So this is the unique what called as the area where mangroves can grow. Now, I can simplify my statement by showing you this global distribution of mangroves. Here, you can see some green lines or patches. Here, after observing carefully, it is exactly in between land and sea. So here you can again, I can prove that they grow in between land and water. You can't find any type of mangrove plant over here. Now, this is Indian part. I will just blow up that. And here you can see pink blotches of mangrove forest, starting from Gujarat down and again here up to Bengal. And this is world's largest mangrove forest. Most of you are aware about that. It is Sundarbans. Here, so in Sundarban, just 25% Sundarban territory is in India and 75% Sundarban is in Bangladesh territory. In case of Maharashtra, we bless with 52 creeks, and out of that 52, I just told you that Thane Creek is Asia's largest creek we have. What type of limiting factors are there for the growth of mangroves? और वो limiting factor होने के बावजूद they are flourishing, they are sustaining their life because they have certain unique things in their life. So, as I told you again in my earlier slide, that huge amount of salt is there. As it is tidal area, so water is directly coming from oceans, and yes, it is saline water. Then during high tide and low tide, the soil remain in wet condition only. Forget about high tide, during low tide also, all the devices of mangrove environment are choked with water. So there is low, very little or no oxygen at all. Mud flats are so slushy that if you step in, they will pull you down at least your knee level. ये सब प्रॉब्लम है, फिर भी mangroves are growing very well because they have certain adaptation, and the first and the most important adaptation is that they have specialized salt excreting glands in various parts of their body, mainly in their leaves. Here in the first photo, you can see crystals of common salt. Yes, we also have such salt excreting glands, like we have sweat glands, tear glands, kidneys, to eliminate excess amount of salt from our body. वैसे ही mangrove को उनके leaves में होते हैं. Some mangroves are totally lacking this type of salt excreting glands. Then what they have? They have some more sophisticated filtering mechanism. They eliminate entry of salt at the root level only. मतलब जितना चाहिए उतना salt लेंगे, बाकी का बाहर के बाहर. So these roots do this function of filtration. And some plants store this salt in some other parts of their body. Then their roots are very, very unique. Look the first photo. These roots are called as breathing roots, or also scientifically called as pneumatophore roots. These roots help mangrove plant to breathe oxygen. Normally, we all know that in case of terrestrial plant, this function is carried out by underground roots. But as there is, you can see here, waterlogged condition is there around the clock. Normal roots do all the function, but this respiration, and that's why they produces some outgrowth which grow anti-geotrophically और वो हवा में respiration करते हैं. Some mangroves have this type of supporting roots. As I told you earlier just now, ki mudflats are very, very soft and slushy, loose substratum. These roots, which are called as supporting roots, help mangrove plant to support firmly. They are also called as anchoring roots, जो main plant body को support करते हैं. Then they have waxy coating on a surface of the leaf. I'm going to show you one very small video clip of high tide and low tide. In that, you will see that how lower portion of mangroves gets submerged underwater. And to eliminate entry of saline water into delicate organ, this waxy coating act as laminator, जो बहुत काम का है. Decay, decomposition उनके body के part का नहीं होता. Then last but not least, their unique mode of reproduction is called as viviparous germination. Most of the angiosperms, means flowering plants, they produce seeds, or seed get detached from mother and sprouting takes place when it is in the contact with soil. In case of mangrove, all this process is completely eliminated. Seed remain attached to mother plant and starts its growth. You can see this small sprout coming from the seed. ये स्प्राउट बढ़ता है मदर जो मैंग्रोव है उसका केयर करती है, and you can see many such sprouts, means mangrove babies are hanging on mother nurture that baby for few months, and when they get they attain certain maturity, they get separated from mother and grow as a new individual. This type of adaptation is very, very essential when you are staying in very harsh climatic condition. Normal agar seed niche girti hai, so and if there is high tide, it will float in the water, and with the current or flush of low tide, it will go up to sea, Arabian Sea in case of our region. और वहां तो कोई soil नहीं है, so it will get destroyed. To eliminate all these things, or what called as mortality rate of the seed, this viviparous mode of reproduction is very, very essential in case of mangrove plants. After this everything, we have completed adaptation, but why we should conserve mangroves? So there are plenty of reasons. सबसे पहले, different types of mangrove species produces different types of fruits. Some fruits are edible. Local fishermen or tribal people use fruits of certain mangrove plants like mangrove apple for making pickles. त्याचं लोणचं बनवतात ते. Then farmers from Gujarat and border of Rajasthan, they send their cattle in mangrove forest for grazing purpose, and these cattle consume these leaves of the mangrove plants. Then fishermen community prefer fishing activity in mangrove swamps because they know that different types of fishes lay their eggs as well as young ones in between the roots of mangroves for the protection from larger predators. इसलिए फिशरमैन को ज्यादा कैच मिलता है, but obvious more economical benefit. Then different types of raw materials can be synthesized or extracted or produced from the mangrove plant. सबसे मेन जो timber है, fishermen again they prefer mangrove wood for making their boats. Just imagine the water resistance capacity or quality of mangrove wood. The wood which gets submerged under water twice a day during high tide, जिसका बर्थ ही अगर पानी में हुआ हो और पूरा लाइफ अगर वो मड फ्लैट जैसे क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन में यूज करता है, तो उसका वाटर रेजिस्टेंस कैपेसिटी कितना होगा? सो द व्हाट कॉल्ड एज द लाइफ ऑफ द बोट इज आल्सो बिकम ह्यूज इफ द बोट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड विद मैंग्रोव वुड. देन मैंग्रोव वुड हैव मोर कैलोरिफिक वैल्यू बिकॉज, ये मेरे आगे के स्लाइड में आने वाला है, फिर भी बता रहा हूं, बिकॉज mangroves are known for absorption of 5 times more carbon dioxide and release of 3 times more oxygen, so they call as carbon sink. they absorb huge amount of CO2 and fix in the carbon stock in their body. मतलब कार्बन मतलब एनर्जी जो हम लोग बर्न करते, it is nothing but carbon only. So if content of carbon is much more than normal wood, so obviously calorific value will be, again it is very good, in very good quantity. Then in many mangrove species in the world, tannin is a common chemical, and so mangroves are used for the used as a main source of tannin. Now what is this tannin? जो आप लोग चाय पीते हैं उसमें जो एडिक्शन जो होता है चाय का, it is due to tannin. Then tannin is also used in leather industry to convert hide into leather, and this tannin is also used in what called as furniture industry. So tannin is very important chemical. Different types of medicines also get extracted from mangrove plants. There is one mangrove plant called as a milky mangrove, of which latex is poisonous. If accidentally enters into your eyes, it will cause temporary blindness for 2 to 3 hours. But scientists produce medicine on different ailments like arthritis and leprosy. अभी भी मुझे जब भी इंटरेक्शन होता है कोली लोगों से, फिशरमैन से, तभी बोलते हैं कि हमारे जोड़ों में दर्द होता है तो हम लोग इसका रस लगाते हैं, उसका मसाज करते हैं हम लोग. So this is local community also know its medicinal use. Then if any one of you can identify this berry, then you can just mention in the chat box. Otherwise, in my next slide, I'm going to mention about this plant. Now, few more importance of mangroves. I already covered this part. Carbon sequestration means fixing of CO2 into carbon stock. Then, as other plants, mangroves also absorb oxygen और वो सब भी blah blah करते हैं, आपको सबको मालूम है. लेकिन something unique thing is that mangroves are known for absorption of heavy metals like cadmium, strontium, lead, cobalt, magnesium, etc. And thus they help us to regulate or to reduce the pollutant content from the atmosphere. Then different types of organisms live in the close vicinity of mangroves. Mangroves means not only mangrove plants, but in the mudflat also, and thus they obviously increase the fertility of the soil. Now, what type of different animals are surviving here and what they do? Mangroves support different types of organisms for 3 main reasons: feeding, breeding, and nesting. खाना मैंग्रोव से मिलता है, रहने को मैंग्रोव में मिलता है, और रिप्रोडक्शन के लिए बच्चों के लिए उनके सेफ्टी भी मैंग्रोव में ही मिलती है. So obviously different types of biodiversity is adapted to stay in mangrove habitat. Now students, this is the season of winter, and we all know that during this season plenty of winter and migratory birds arrive in one of the very famous important bird area of Thane. Yes, it is Thane Creek, and this is huge flock, or rather called as combination of many flocks of flamingos. तो आप भी ऐसे बोट राइड से जा सकते हो if you are interested in birding, and you can enjoy the nature of mangroves as well as its biodiversity. Now, what type of mangrove biodiversity we have? We means Godrej mangroves have. We have different types of crabs, venomous, non-venomous, and semi-venomous snakes, plenty of mongoose, 208 different types of birds. 2 years back, we have completed one unique survey or a research project in which we identified 81 species of crabs. We have golden jackal. आज की बात बता रहा हूँ, आज हमें गोल्डन जैकल के 2 बच्चे और उनकी एक मम्मी दिखाई दी मैंग्रोव में. उसका फोटो भी मेरे पास अभी जस्ट है. तो ये सब बायोडाइवर्सिटी मैंग्रोव में रहती है. एंड वी आल्सो फाइंड रिपोर्टेड 82 स्पीसीज ऑफ बटरफ्लाइज. Now, I'm going to spend just few seconds on this slide. How mangroves are protected by law. सबसे पहले एक law किसके लिए काम आता है इतना मैं आपको बोलता हूँ. As mangroves are growing in between land and sea, means they are coastal forests. So coastal regulation zone जो CRZ बोलते हैं, जो 2011 में आ गया, उसके बाद उसमें बहुत सारे अमेंडमेंट भी हो गए हैं, वो मैंग्रोव को प्रोटेक्ट करता है. Obviously, mangroves mangrove ecosystem comprise of all flora and fauna, so it is environment, so Environment Protection Act mangrove का protection करता है. Mangroves are nothing but trees, so we have unique Maharashtra का tree felling act which support mangrove. Then obviously water में है तो water related pollution का जो law है वो भी mangrove को support करने के लिए से मैंग्रोव को सपोर्ट करता है. एंड ऑब्वियसली मैंग्रोव में बहुत सारे वाइल्ड एनिमल्स होते हैं, तो वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट इज अगेन टू प्रोटेक्ट मैंग्रोव. बट सम थिंग्स आर गोइंग जो मैंग्रोव को भी आगे आगे जाके प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट कर सकती है. हियर यू कैन सी द वास्ट डिफरेंस बिटवीन मड फ्लैट्स. This is our Thane Creek. This is New Mumbai area. This is Mumbai area. So you can, I will not tell you everything कि देखो क्या देखना है, आपको समझ में आएगा कि मुझे क्या दिखाना है. What that this law, this CRJ tells you कि अगर कोई भी मैंग्रोव है तो और जहां पानी बढ़ता है during high tide, so from that high tide 500 meter you can't do any type of anthropogenic activity. ये तो मैंने एकदम ही वेग बताया है, उसमें भी CRZ1, CRZ2, CRZ3 होते हैं, लेकिन इतने डीपली हम लोग नहीं जाएंगे. 500 मीटर की बात ध्यान में रखो. यहाँ देखो 500 मीटर है क्या? बिल्कुल नहीं. एंड इफ यू लिटरली मेजर दिस it is 2.5 kilometers. So this is the unique thing about this area. And here I am very proud to say कि जो अभी मैं लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं, ये जो एरिया है it is belong to Godrej. So we are conserving this land since 1940s. This is one of the world's largest mangrove forest or mangrove patch which is privately owned. Thousands of acre का ये एरिया है. Now one more thing I want to tell you that okay, उसके लिए मैं आगे के स्लाइड में आपको दिखाता हूँ. Okay, so this type of encroachment are continuously happening in mangroves, लेकिन with the proper awareness in society, huge work by government, corporate like us, and NGOs and stakeholders like you, students, colleges and schools, सब मिलके अभी इतना चेंज हो रहा है कि इसके ऊपर भी हम लोग बता सकते हैं कि ये ऐसा मत में लोगों में अवेयरनेस हो रहा है. Now different types of reclamation and dumping activities are continuously going on mangrove. Here you can see on foreground the Mumbai is the most dominant mangrove plant, grey mangrove is there, and at background huge dumping ground. Just compare the size of truck and size of this human being on this dumping ground. So just imagine कितना बड़ा वो dumping ground होगा. And here I am very very proud to say that since 2013-14 एक भी डंप ट्रक गोदरेज के टाउनशिप से डंपिंग करने के लिए यहाँ आया नहीं है. वी आर 100% we do recycle of each and everything. We have a huge township called Firoz Shah Nagar township, जिसमें more than 4,200 houses है, फिर भी एक ट्रक भी डंपिंग का जाता नहीं कचरे का. So we are self-sustaining what called as township. उसके बाद मैंग्रोव को किल करने के लिए इफ यू डायरेक्टली कट डाउन द वाटर सप्लाई बाय जस्ट डूइंग लाइक दिस समथिंग स्टेकिंग समथिंग, देन मैंग्रोव्स विल डाई. एंड उसके बाद वो मरे हुए मैंग्रोव को तोड़ के वहां रिक्लेम करते हैं. Then many industries they release polluted water called effluent in nearby water body. And just imagine इस green color के water में कोई भी biodiversity हो सकती है क्या? And the answer is big no. So this is again huge calamities for biodiversity. This water is coming from our kitchen without any treatment. We have many water treatment plant. You may know Bhandu pumping station, but 100% वाटर का रिसाइकल या प्यूरिफिकेशन होता नहीं, और डायरेक्टली यहाँ मेन वाटर बॉडी में उसको पोर करते हैं. एट बैकग्राउंड अगेन यू कैन सी ग्रे मैंग्रोव. कटिंग इज यू ऑल नो. But here in 1998 year 2000 we did a compensatory plantation on 40 hectares, means roughly 70-80 acres of land. And in that we have planted 2 lakh saplings of grey mangrove. And the pattern is called as fish bone structure. म्हणजे ऐसा माशाचा मधला काटा असतो आणि बाकीचे जैसे उसके बोन्स रहते हैं, वैसे ही ये स्ट्रक्चर होता है कैनल्स का. और ये अभी हमने किया है. You can see these images from 2017. Now also if you focus in near Ghatkopar with Google Earth, you can see this type of plantation. So what type of nature you want to see? You want to kill flamingos by air guns, or you want to go by boating and some other photography expedition to spot the beauty of these birds? Catfish is a very, very unique fish. It is also ornamental fish found in marine aquariums, and in fish market also you will get this fish for human consumption. But due to huge amount of pollutant content, now their number is drastically declining. जंगल में जाना है एंजॉय करने के लिए, घूमने के लिए, नेचर के लिए, या उसको काटना है, सो ये आपके हाथ में है, आप कैसा सोचते हैं. नाउ इन माय स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द लेक्चर आई मेंशन कि मैं आपको एक छोटा सा वीडियो क्लिप दिखाने वाला हूँ. आई इंस्टॉल माय कैमरा फॉर 11 hours and squeeze that into that what called as a duration into 24 seconds to show you how tide work. Now look here, this part कैसे पानी के नीचे जाता है during high tide and how the water resides. Yeah, so this is one tidal cycle, high tide and low tide. I said there are two cycles with two high tides, two low tides in 24 hours, and that's why mangroves ecosystem is called as fragile ecosystem, and we have to conserve that ecosystem. Now, just say I have very few minutes in my hand. Flora fauna के बारे में बात करेंगे. This is the most dominant mangrove species. I told you earlier also, gray mangroves. Dominant in Mumbai, yeah. And then I also mentioned some steel roots or supporting roots, and this is the mangrove plant called a red mangrove, जिसके ये roots आप देख सकते हैं बहुत बड़े बड़े ऊंचे रहते हैं, and these roots give extra to main plant body. This is river mangrove. Name suggests it prefer lesser amount of salinity, तो थोड़ा सा sea से दूरी ये बढ़ता है, and look the shape of the fruit is like chili. सो लोकल नेम उसका मिर्ची है. हम लोग हमारे लोगों को बोलते हैं मिर्चीच्या बिया तोडून आण म्हणून. तो फिर ये फ्रूट निकालते हैं वो फॉर प्लांटेशन पर्पस. Then I also mentioned that tribal people use some fruits of the plant for making pickle. So यही है वो मैंग्रो एप्पल. Then this is the milky mangrove. उसके बारे में आपको मैंने बताया था कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है उसका इन प्रिपरेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मेडिसिन, like arthritis पे है, leprosy पे है. This is the female plant of the species, and this is male plant. This is again sesuvium in Hindi called as दावला, in Marathi called as घोड़ीची भाजी. और इसको ये सब्जी बना के खाते हैं. Succulent leaves होते हैं with the huge amount of salt inside. Sea holly is a plant in Marathi called as marandi. जहाँ this is again mangrove associate plant. मैंग्रोव का डिटोरिएशन जहां होता है, लैंड जहां ओपन होती है, वहां ये प्लांट बढ़ता है. Then I showed you some berries and I told you to identify those berries. So this is miswak plant, MESWAK, और ये plant so slightly network problem. So इसके root से जो paste बनती है, it is used in a miswak toothpaste, and the stick, mature stick, is used by local people as well as Muslim communities as datun, like neem tree. Then we 2 years back we came up with one unique initiative as a Godrej Mangrove app for Android as well as iOS system. In that, we have included 63 species of mangrove and mangrove associated plants pan India, and till date more than 15,000 users already use and downloaded this ऐप फ्रॉम 82 कंट्रीज. आप बोलेंगे अरे सिर्फ ये 15,000 है, मेरे पास तो कैंडी क्रश सोडा है, कैंडी क्रश सागा है, उसमें तो 5 बिलियंस डाउनलोड हुए. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये कोई भी ऐसा टाइम पास का ऐप नहीं है, एजुकेशनल ऐप है जिसका काम होने के बाद मोस्टली लोग फिर अनइंस्टॉल करते हैं, फिर से इंस्टॉल करते हैं. तो नंबर इज लेस, बट इफ यू विजिट गूगल प्ले स्टोर एंड सी द ऐप, उसको इतना फेमस है कि आउट ऑफ 5 इट हैव 4.9 यूजर रेटिंग पैन वर्ल्ड, नॉट पैन इंडिया, थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड. और ये मेनली ये ऐप कवर्स टोटल 11 लैंग्वेजेस इंक्लूडिंग हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश. अभी 11 लैंग्वेज कौन से हैं? ऑल द कोस्टल स्टेट्स वी हैव इंक्लूडेड फ्रॉम गुजरात डाउन अगेन बंगाल. So if you are from one of the state, you can find your language also here. And you can also please download this app, just use it, give your feedback, and in our next version we will definitely implement appropriate feedbacks in the next version. Then in our one more unique initiative, this is our Mangrove website. You can visit the website by just typing address mangroves.godrej.com. Last year only we translated this website into Marathi, and this is the first website, environmental website Marathi by any corporate in Asia, or I think India, जो कुछ local language में. So this is again unique thing that we did. And देखो, आप बोलेंगे ये क्यों है? तो Mumbai is metro city. We have mainly English schools, English medium schools. But if you step away from Mumbai or go to Konkan region and some other Nagpur, Satara, Sangli, तो वहाँ ज्यादा vernacular medium से, इसलिए वहाँ ज्यादा उसका काम होता है साइट का. Then abhi college staff, teachers, one very unique thing is that if you want to display any exhibition or anything in your college, we have uploaded all awareness kit in our website, जो अलग अलग लैंग्वेज मतलब मराठी और इंग्लिश लैंग्वेजेस में बुक्स है, एप्स है, पोस्टर्स है, फोटोज है, पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन है, वीडियोस है, सब कुछ आपको यहाँ मिलेगा डाउनलोड करने के लिए. एंड एवरीथिंग इज बट ऑब्वियस फ्री. अभी मैं उषा टीचर, कितना टाइम है मुझे अभी? Now it's
You can
because again Amar is going to kitna?
Yeah, no issues, please.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
okay. Yeah, this is the last part of the presentation. Within the next 5 minutes, I will wind up everything. So now after flora, now we will just dive into the faunal world of this mangroves. Indicator species, a species which is unique for that environment. So mangroves have 3 indicator species. In that, mud skipper is unique one. Here you can see mud skipper. You can enjoy the beauty of mud skipper only during low tide, because it have dual respiratory system, and that time it skip on the mud flat, and you can take photos and observe the beauty of this mud skipper fish. I told you about this catfish. Then second species is indicator species is telescopium snail. इसकी unique thing is local fishermen and local community consume these snails by roasting in the field only. मतलब वो कुछ इनको जमा करते हैं, रोस्ट करते हैं, वहां ही उसका फ्लेश खाते हैं. Third and the most important and unique indicator species is fiddler crab. We all know crabs have 8 legs and 2 claws, but here this has only 1 huge claw. Second is there, but it is small, rudimentary and undeveloped. So this is also called as single clawed crab or ek nangi wala khekda. So it is again found in mangroves. We have mud lobster also found in mangroves. Then we have glossy marsh snake, which is semi-venomous. Then venomous Russell's viper, deadly venomous, and completely non-venomous rat snake. Then we have different types of lizards and geckos in mangroves. We also have jackals, इसके बारे में अभी मैंने आपको बताया था. Then we have plenty of wild boars, normal boars, and mongoose also. I also mentioned that we are 52 different species of butterflies. This is the smallest in the family. And this is the most unique butterfly, Salmon Arab, because it consumes miswaka leaves during its larval stage. Then this is very fast flyer, immigrant butterfly. We have very unique insect world also. These are harvester ants. Robber fly is a fly which attack on the prey during flight or usko consume karti hai. Then this is a very, very beautiful painted grasshopper, but beware, because though it is beautiful, these colors are warning coloration. जो leaf पे बैठा है, it is a wild cotton Euphorbiaceae family. उसको बोलते हैं रुई का पत्ता, which is poisonous. उसके ऊपर वो कंज्यूम करता है, इसलिए ये भी पॉइजनस हुआ रहता है. In the insect world, one of the fastest insect is tiger beetle. स्वार्म में ही रहते हैं वो. Then we have 3 types of kingfisher birds. We have very, very beautiful paradise flycatcher. In Mumbai, there are very few weaver bird colony. म्हणजे बया पक्षाचे जे घरटी असतात त्याची कॉलनी खूप कमी आहेत मुंबईमध्ये. And we have in Godrej Mangrove one of the colony. If whenever you visit Godrej Mangrove, we will show you the colony. Then we have plenty of what called as raptor birds, means birds of prey. उसमें common kite है, Brahmani kite है, and this is hovering type of black shoulder kite we have. Then we have very small birds in bushes, which is common. Coppersmith barbet and common drongo are again birds which can found be in mangroves. A very beautiful golden oriole. This is a male of golden oriole, and अगर आप लकी हो तो आपको ये बर्ड दिखेगा अगर मैंग्रोव में आते हैं आप तो कभी. Then a plenty of green bee eaters, in Marathi called as Veda Raghu. Why I included this photo, because we all know that birds have a third eyelid, and it is used during the flight to avoid any sand or some clay material entering the eyes. So ये जब फोटो निकाला तभी उसने उसका थर्ड आईलिड बंद था, इसलिए यूनिक थिंग, इसलिए आई हैव इंक्लूडेड दिस फोटो. देन वर्ल्ड्स मोस्ट क्लेवर बर्ड, जंगल क्रो भी है, डोमकाळा म्हणतात. This again rare bird. This is aquatic bird. This is a long tail strike, also called as butcher bird, also called as khatik, because when it catches its prey, उसको kill करके कोई thorny plant के कांटे में उसको वो pierce करके रखता है और मरने के बाद उसको खाता है. So called as butcher. Shikra, we have 2 magpie robins, Indian robin and magpie robin. Then if you very, very lucky, then during night trail, you will get chance to spot this bird, nightjar. If you take boat ride, then ऐसे अलग-अलग पंछी आपको देखने को मिलेंगे. We have 2 types of sunbirds, 3 types of bulbuls. We have some munias also. This is migratory birds, black-headed seagull. It travels roughly 3,000 kilometers during winter season to migrate towards India. And main and the only food is fish. Curlew bird is a unique bird known for what called as consuming some mollusks and crustaceans which are hiding deep inside the mudflat. इसलिए उसकी कर्व लॉन्ग बिग देखो कैसी होती है. Again, this is painted stock. We have a roosting place of this painted stock in our mangroves. Very shy bird, water hen. And this fish eagle, you can see the catch. And at the backdrop, you can see flamingos are flying. So like this, I have completed my part. And if you have any doubt, questions, you don't hesitate to call me or write email. I can help you at any time if you have any question about mangroves or biodiversity. So like this, thank you very much. And Usha madam, please.
They may have some questions. Maybe after our session, both of you can take it.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are some students who are very interested.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, meanwhile, I will drop one feedback form in our chat box. So please fill up that form. So it will be essential for our this day-to-day work. Hello. Hello, Usha madam. Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Will you please unmute Amar?
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute. I'll just tell our technical person. Just 1 minute. No, not BOS. The other one. Hi, he is not able to unmute. He can unmute himself.
Yeah, I will just ask him.
Yeah, because even students can if
He
they want.
he can't do it.
He can't do Bulran TP. Yeah, 1 minute. Let me. This Monday करके है. I think you have to do yourself.
Yeah, now,
हो गया.
no. Now I am unmute because I was allowed to do it. Hello. Hello.
Amar, you are audible.
Okay. So shall we begin the next part, Usha ma'am?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. So I assume that we have students of BSc and MSc, mainly biological sciences, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So let's have a quick sort of recap and discussion on the environmental careers, because I assume that these are like no final year students and everybody is looking at the employment opportunities in the sector of environmental sciences, biology, zoology, and botany. So friends, when we talk about job prospects or about livelihoods in this sector, there are mainly three types of, I can broadly categorize three types of professions under this sector. First one is research. Second one is on-site conservation. and third one is awareness. We will also go one by one. So when we talk about research, it means that of course we can have pure science or applied science research. The research can be on flora, fauna, it can be on interaction between them. Research can be on ecosystem, ecosystem dynamics interactions. It can be about ecosystem services of a particular forest or landscape, or it can be even management. You know, how does one manage these ecosystems? So when it comes to wildlife nature, there are so many research avenues available. There are, of course, national and international universities which give research avenues either through MPhil and PhD courses. When it comes to on-site conservation, what it means is one can be working more at field level, at grassroots levels, and work for environment conservation. So this could be working with a NGO, working as a forest officer, working as a consultant, but it will mainly include activities like actually protecting the forest from destructions, creating some environment-friendly infrastructures, for example, say theme gardens or aquarium or nature trails or nature information centers. You know, there are so many things that can happen for nature conservation. When it comes to awareness, awareness can be again of many types. Awareness can be on-site awareness and off-site awareness. What I mean is in the on-site awareness, actually one can conduct nature camps, nature trails, say bird watching sessions, butterfly watch, plant watch, insect watch. So different types of nature trails can happen. Also, offsite means actually now like how we are doing awareness, like Hemant and I are delivering talk through Zoom. So one can use different media, for example, it could be a website, it could be a mobile app, it could be a sort of game, online game, or online book, ebook. There are many ways of creating awareness without meeting a person actually. So these are all are avenues of nature awareness. Now these are three types of career that I told you: research, conservation, and awareness. But when we want to break them down to different subjects, what are actually exactly, when I go out for a job, what are the keywords that I look for? So now I am only sharing certain keywords, and students can, of course, Google and find out more information about them in terms of career prospect. So first keyword that I'm talking is climate change, because climate change is a big word now. It's a real calamity for us to face. World over, national governments and organizations are taking steps to either prevent or mitigate climate change. So obviously there are a number of careers available in climate change. These could be either research, or it could be actually implementing projects that reduce carbon emissions. It could be also research about, like, for example, what is the carbon emission of a particular company, say like Godrej, and what are the steps that can be taken to reduce this carbon emission. Second keyword that I'm talking is waste to energy. We know that environmental pollution is a big problem again, and we have all sorts of waste coming to us. It could be sludge from industries, it could be municipal solid or liquid waste, it could be hazardous waste, or it could be even biomedical waste generating from our dispensaries and hospitals. In fact, why only hospitals? We know that during COVID, we all have used disposable masks. So the COVID mask itself is a disposable waste. So biomedical waste is becoming a terrible problem now world over. So there are techniques to convert this waste to energy. There are, of course, opportunities of starting an industry or joining an industry over there. Then there could be certain nature-based professions. For example, one that I can think immediately is apiculture. That is, keeping honeybees as pets and coming up with a natural honey. Yeah, it sounds very simple, but it's very attractive profession nowadays. because of pollution and the health issues, many people now prefer organic food. So organic nectar or organic food are very lucrative professions. I know that agriculture requires substantial land and experience, so we cannot be farmers, but we can definitely encourage and market organic products into cities. So connecting rural organic farms with urban consumers can be a nice profession. Then obviously professions like say for example nutrition and diet, taking further this ahead, how one can use nature for square meal and organic thing. For example, I know that I know one person who has a farm of jackfruits, and he comes up with several conventional, traditional, and new food products of jackfruits. By doing that, he is earning as well as he is giving some healthy food to his urban customers. Then if you are not interested in field work, and suppose if you are more into say desk job, or you are more good with computers and say IT, then like GIS is a very good profession, geographical information system, because use of remote sensing technology has become very relevant in every type of research now. So there are courses available to learn GIS and do remote sensing studies. So while field people are working on the field with GIS technique, you can actually help them in research. Then environmental quality monitoring is another profession that I'm sharing. By this, I mean air, water, soil. So these are the three main environmental parameters that need to be monitored for different aspects. So doing those kind of courses or join laboratories can be one good start of the career. One can also think something very out of box and go for completely innovative ideas. There was a post popular some days back on social media where one person in Europe, he has invented a capsule, and the capsule is for cremation. So after death, if somebody is very environmentally conscious and says that no, my body should not be burned, I don't need to pollute environment even after my death, this organic capsule will gradually eat up the person and turn that dead body into fertilizer. So I know that this sounds very strange, but why not sort of, do these kind of innovative ideas and come up with new professions. Coming back to some conventional professions again, tree sensors is a very good profession for students over here. Let me tell you that we interact very profusely with many environmental consultancies. And for them, the main complaint is we have so many projects of tree sensors from municipal corporations, from large campuses, but we don't have people to actually identify and count trees because we don't have experts. So for botany students, this is a very good idea. Then large organizations are also nowadays recruiting sustainability officers. So by sustainability officers, I mean that every organization is now environmentally conscious and they want to say go for plantation. They want to engage their employees into environment conservation. They want to create awareness in their stakeholders about environment and conservation measures. They want to measure their carbon emissions and find out ways to reduce these emissions. So a sustainability officer can engage in many ways depending on focus of the organization. So do look out for sustainability officer positions in this domain and take up concerned courses. You can also go for short-term or long-term courses of urban planning, because now even urban planning, the government is looking for people who have a very good architecture or botany or zoology or management background. Then, of course, if you are science students, you can combine your main courses with short courses on, say, geology or hydrology, because those kind of skills are very much in demand today. wherein many organizations are undertaking projects of ecosystem restoration. Wherever the ecosystems are degraded, there are projects of restoring these ecosystems. But for that, they require skilled people who have understanding of local geology and hydrology. So if you take up those short courses, definitely it will boost your career. Then, because of all these conflicts around us, environmental lawyer is something that you can think of. Most NGOs, most citizen forums require lawyers on their side to fight these public interest litigations or to take up environmental causes. So, there are environmental law courses available either at government colleges or with NGOs. So you can actually inquire about it. You can talk to lawyers in Mumbai and around, and you can understand nitty-gritties of environmental law. Certification is something very important for industries. Most schools, colleges, industries are going for certifications these days. Say, for example, ISO 14001 is for environment. ISO 18000 is for health and safety. ISO 50001 is for energy. ISO 16000 is for indoor air quality. And ISO 20121 is for sustainability. I'm repeating, I know this was a long list. ISO 14001 is for environment. 18000 is for health and safety. 50001 is for energy. 16000 is for air quality. And 20121 is for sustainability. So there are many environmental certifications available. And by certifications, what I mean is industries apply for industries, in fact, go to the consultancies who are expert in the certifications. They actually take certain changes in their practices, management practices, operations, and become eligible for the certifications. And the job of the consultants is to ensure that these steps are taken and the industry takes this, gets its certificate. So there is a good scope for environmentalists in such organizations. Instead of just activism, one can also actually positively contribute by helping organizations to become environmentally very conscious. So certification is one career definitely that you can think of. Apart from this, of course, the new emerging career is data science management. So in this, while organizations are generating huge amount of environmental data, where the lack is how do you really capture this data? How do you save this? How do you use it in analysis? And how do you present it to the employees and to stakeholders? So even data management, bioinformatics is something which is very interesting and new. I'm sure you have heard about environmental impact assessment. So while big projects, whether they are infrastructure projects, housing projects, industries, whenever they are starting their operations or when they are continuing their projects, each one has to apply to the Pollution Control Board and undertake EIA studies for permissions. So there are courses that can make you EIA specialist. In fact, there is NABET accredited courses at New Delhi. So if you take these courses and pass those exams, you can become a certified EIA consultant. So that is a very commercially viable field also. For those who are purely interested in botany, zoology, or wildlife sciences, I think you may think about government exams, because whether it is Forest Department, Pollution Control Board, at central government, there is Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. At state level, there is State Environment Department. Not only that, I also remember that Prime Minister's office also came up with environmental post and interns last year, where they certainly wanted inputs from the environmental experts about the ongoing projects. So even in government also, there are a number of departments and agencies now where you can study and apply. Of course, there are traditional NGOs and consultancies in the market because industries cannot do everything by themselves. So they hire these consultancies and NGOs. I'm not giving any specific names because I don't want to be biased, but do look for these keywords, and I'm sure you will get many options in India and abroad also. How does one become, environmental profession? Because when Hemant and I started our career, there was practically no guidance. But what we say that you should have certain traits to become an environmental profession. One thing is curiosity. One needs to be extremely curious about what is happening around, why it is happening, and you should keep track of news around you. Second thing is connect. Connect with people. And when I say connect, I don't only say about Facebook or WhatsApp or LinkedIn. Do connect to people and field in the real sense. Go to the field, work on the field, observe what is around. Because in the beginning of your career, it is extremely important to have grassroots understanding. You can become a volunteer of many NGOs. Thankfully, Mumbai city is blessed with several NGOs. So you can actually also start volunteering and start joining their awareness programs. Um, be ready to work for less salary in the initial years because environmental profession as such is not a very standardized profession, and it depends on your own skills and how you promote yourself. Be ready for innovation because there is stiff competition over here. The number of graduates and postgraduates is more, whereas the number of jobs and consultancies are less. So you will need to constantly innovate, come up with new ideas, and promote yourself, and be ready for teamwork because in today's world there is no alternative to the teamwork. It's very difficult to work on your own. You will have to work in an organization and learn culture of it. So I will not take too much of your time. I just wanted to sort of give you highlights of what opportunities are available for environmental careers today. So I have tried to stick to my time also of 15 minutes. Uh, Usha, please take it forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lakshmikant. I'm sure students have questions for both of you. Any student, you can just unmute yourself and ask. Students? There are some very good students who are interested in ecology and environment, and you can ask questions. Questions can be in Hindi, Marathi, or English. I have one question. During this lockdown, how are you people taking care of the property? Are you visiting the site, or how is it?
I can answer this. So property means I will focus only on mangroves. Right?
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
for us, that is the property.
Yes. So we have
concrete jungle.
Yes. So we have security guards implemented in the mangroves, and as the essential duty, they were in their jobs during the lockdown period. Then we also have a dog kennel or dog squad. We have security dogs implemented in mangroves. So they were working hard to to protect this very useful part of the Godrej and environment. Then after a partial relaxation of in the lockdown, we both started our regular rounds once in the week, then twice in the week, and then we ensure all the steady state conditions in that forest area.
Thank you, Hemant. And how you're reaching out to the public through your video webinars, I guess, right?
Yes. initially, as you all know that
Yeah, 1 minute. I think 1 minute. Lakshmikant is having problem with his mic, I think. I will just find out. Yeah, you were telling, Dipi, he cannot unmute himself. Lakshmikant. Yeah, Hemant, I was asking you how you're reaching out to public through webinars.
yes, 100% webinar only, because anyhow the schools and colleges are they are also they're conducting their sessions from the home only. So obviously no field visit, nothing. So we started this activity at the starting of the lockdown only. And now we are conducting 2 or sometimes 3 webinars per week for schools, colleges, NGOs. Day before yesterday, I had one visitor webinar with Maharashtra College. After this webinar at 4, Amar also has second webinar. Tomorrow I have with some Bandholkar College, and 5th Tariko Mera or Birla College. So Amara continuously this is going on.
We are also
in continuation of that, due to the lockdown, I think the environment to a great extent has become clean. So have you noticed any change in the growth pattern, or how is it? Or migratory birds have come and they look healthier? What is your observation?
Amar Sangchil?
Yes, so there are a couple of observations. One observation is in the...
I think he still has a problem with the mic.
No, he is audible. I can
Am I
hear.
audible?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, so there are a couple of observations. One
Yeah,
observation,
please tell me.
because of climate change, there is change in the reproduction cycle. And this we have strongly observed in case of Hyblia moth. So there is a moth called Hyblia moth, which attacks mangrove leaves. Actually, gray mangrove leaves are its natural food, and it is very natural to have this moth feeding on the leaves. But because of the climate change and mainly increasing temperature and shifting monsoon pattern, what we have observed is the life cycle of moth has extended beyond normal. So generally what happens is every year between July, August till December, this moth attack remains, and mangroves become sort of gray or brown because of the attack. But last year we observed that the moth started attacking the mangrove ecosystem right from the February, and it went on till December. So definitely it's a issue to be taken care of. Second thing that happens is also we have seen that the occurrence of wild animals, obviously the pattern has changed because of the lockdown. We saw that in many cases, because of limited human movement, the animals got more freedom, especially at the creekside mangrove area where we stay, where we work. We saw that the finding of snakes and monitor lizards this year is more. We are getting more complaints of that from people. So we have to continuously keep making them aware that these animals are going to be around us, because although mangrove forest belongs to Godrej, the mangroves have existed obviously before Godrej. So this is their sort of right to live and coexist. We have to learn to adapt. So in Godrej area, we have to keep educating people and keep rescuing wild animals, especially snakes and birds. So these are the points that come to my mind immediately.
Thank you very much. And I think if there are no more questions, we thank both of you and wish you good luck and keep doing the good work. And we all pledge to take care of the environment. And Hemant sir and Lakshmikant, thank you very much. And I'm very sure the moment the pandemic is over, we'll all come together again.
Yeah, just like wait, there is one question.
Yeah, sure, you can continue.
Is there any internship or mini project on mangrove forest in which we participate? So answer is yes. Every year we have 3 to 4 research students work with mangroves with us. So with the proper what called a social distancing and all the called a lockdown precautions, we can have one project with you or with your student after a proper called as review of the project and possibility. Yes, we can. And I'm just telling you, we have submitted one feedback form. So students, please have a look and fill up the feedback form. It is just of 1 minute.
Also, do download our Mangroves mobile app. To check the app and understand ecosystem more. We have only given some glimpses of the forest today, but there is more information available in the app. So do download that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much once again. And students, they have already given and sir, you have provided the feedback form?
Sorry.
Yeah. So all of you please fill the feedback form. And as he mentioned, definitely you all can get in touch with them and they are very, very helpful and cooperative. Right?
I think I have sent a wrong message. I was trying to send Hemant's link, feedback form link.
So should we log out from the meeting, leave the meeting?
Yeah.